Hi, my name is Kyuri, and welcome to your 15-minute yoga sessions. Today is going to be all about strengthening the legs, so roll out your mat and let's begin. So today we'll actually start on all fours, hands and knees. So find yourself in a tabletop position. You're going to open up your fingers out nice and wide and gently press down into the top knuckles of the hands as well as the fingertips. Make sure the wrists are stacked right underneath the shoulders and the knees are stacked right underneath the hips. And on your next inhale, you just start your cat-cows or chakravarkasana. So on your next inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze broad through your collarbone, lift the tailbone. And then as you exhale, round your spine, tucking your tailbone and chin underneath. Inhale again, as you gaze up, arch the spine. And then exhale, round it out. Good, we'll do a few more at your own pace, allowing the breath to dictate your pace and movement. Using your inhales for cow and exhales for cat. Yeah, just a couple more just like that. Gently come into a nice neutral spine as you finish that final cat-cow. And on your next inhale, you're going to inhale and open your right knee open towards the right. Inhale, open. And then exhale, extend that right leg over towards the right side. Inhale again, bend that knee. And then as you exhale, draw it closed. Do your best to not shift the weight between the hands. Inhale. Lift the leg. Exhale, extend it out. Good. Inhale, bend the knee. And then exhale, bring it to close. Good. Two more like that. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, draw it closed. Beautiful. Last time. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend the leg. Good. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, draw it closed. Yeah, we'll take a gentle break in between. So find yourself in a closed knee child's pose. If this position doesn't work for you, you can open the knees a little bit wider and allow yourself to find rest as you rest your forehead down. We'll take a few breaths here. Good. Two more. Good. Last one. As you finish that exhale, slowly roll yourself back up to your tabletop. Good. Again, planting the wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips, and then again over to the left side. Inhale, open the left knee to the left. And then exhale, extend the leg. Try not to shift the weight into your in your hands. Inhale, bend the knee. And then exhale, bring it to close. Good. We got three more like that. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend the leg. Good. Inhale, bend the knee. And then exhale, draw it closed. You got it. Final two. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, draw it closed. Good. Last time. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, draw it closed. Good. Find that break as you gently make some big circles as you shift the weight into your wrists as well as the hips. We'll help the circles go in the opposite direction. This also helps to roll out into the knees. And once you finish your one more round, you're going to slowly come down into elbows, giving your wrists a bit of a break. Once you make it down to your elbows, you're going to take your right leg and extend the right foot back behind you, keeping the toes on the ground, and just gently pushing back into that heel. Take a couple breaths. making sure that that leg is nice and straight. The straighter it is, the more you'll feel that stretch, and the more you push back against the heel, the more length you'll find through your hamstrings, calves, and your ankles. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Last one. And gently shift your weight back to the middle and then come back up to hands, keeping the legs where they are. Good. And then you're going to slowly lift that right leg up off the ground. Good. Keep it nice and extended to start. And then from there, you're going to bend that knee. Reach back behind you with your left hand. Hold on to that ankle or your toes wherever you can grab. And then you gently start guiding the leg up slightly as you push your leg into your hand, opening up through the chest slightly, but finding that nice big quad stretch there. Good. Flexing that ankle if you feel like you have any tension in that knee. Good. And we'll find one more breath here. Good. Gently release. Leg and hand. Bring that knee back down to neutral, and then again come back down to your elbows to give your wrists a break. Take your left foot this time and extend it all the way back behind you, pushing back into that heel, keeping that leg nice and straight. Opening up into the hamstring, back of the knee, calves, and ankle of the left leg. Good. 2 more breaths on this side. Good. 1 more. Good. As you finish up that final exhale, you're going to slowly come back up to hands. Good. Find some strength in that leg, flexing the toes down as you lift the leg up off the ground without tilting the hip. Good. And then from there, bend the knee. And then reach back with your right hand this time. Try to find your balance. Grab the ankle or the foot wherever you can grab. You could also utilize a strap. And then you can slowly start to push your foot into your hand and lifting the leg slightly until you feel that nice big stretch happening through your left quad this time. It doesn't have to be intense or extreme. Just make sure that you can feel the stretch and you can still breathe nice and big. Good. 1 more. Good. Take a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release. Releasing the hand and knee back down. Good. We'll slowly find our plank. So walk your hands forward just a little bit. Walk your feet back a little bit. Find that nice strong plank. Tuck your pelvis forward so you feel like your lower abs are engaged. So rather than your booty here, think tucking forward. Make sure the wrists are stacked right over the underneath the shoulders. Take a couple breaths. Good. 1 more. And then send your hips all the way up and back into your downward facing dog. Good. So pedal your feet left and right as you slowly lower the heels. Good. Keep your neck nice and long as you look up towards your belly button. Good. And we'll do instead of a big step forward, I want you to think about taking small steps to really help opening up into the hamstrings. You can always come up into your fingertips as the feet make it closer towards your hands. So think about taking that right foot and then stepping it maybe an inch forward. And then you can keep the knee bent starting here and then straighten the leg. Good. As that leg steps forward, keep the knee bent, left foot steps and then straightens. And then right foot steps and then straightens. And then just take your time to keep coming forward. And the farther forward you come, the more intense it becomes in the hamstrings. Come up onto the fingertips to find length and space. Good. And then once you arrive, make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. And then just allow yourself to gently hang. While you're hanging, you can gently grab opposite elbows and sway left and right or forward and back, whatever movements kind of feel good for the spine. Just know that if you bend the knees a lot, it's going to be a little bit more traction for your lower back. But if you keep your legs nice and straight, it's going to be more about the hamstrings and the legs. So do the position that best suits your needs. You could also go back and forth between the two. You can inhale, bend the knees, and then exhale, extend. But whatever you choose, allow your body to kind of lead. Where do you feel the tension? What do you feel like your body needs more of? And move nice and slow. Good. Once you find that gentle swing and sway, drop your hands all the way back down towards the ground if you have grabbed your elbows. Then bend your knees a lot, take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, pull your navel in towards the spine, support your lower back as you slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Once you make it up to stand, you're going to bring your toes together and your knees together. And then we're going to find a little bit of a chair sequence, and this is how we're going to build a little bit of strength through our legs. So on your next inhale, try to find your chair pose, and we're going to do a little bit of a technique for the chair here. So instead of having your booty back, think about tucking your pelvis forward just a little bit, and that might push your knees forward, but try not to do that. Try to keep your knees pushed all the way back. Keep your chest lifted and try to bring your biceps right by the ears and have your palms facing each other. Good. Take a nice big inhale here. And then as you exhale, send the arms all the way back, keeping the legs. Inhale, rise up onto your toes, find that balance. Keep squeezing the knees towards each other. And then exhale, drop the heels slowly, like you're bringing them down on eggs. Inhale, bring the arms forward. Keep the legs, maybe come down a little bit lower. And then exhale, come all the way up to stand. Samasthiti. Really good. We're going to do that 4 more times. On your next inhale, chair pose. Try to articulate all those small movements. Exhale, arms back, airplane wings. Inhale, rise up onto your toes. And then exhale, slowly drop the heels. Inhale, reach the arms forward, sit a little bit lower if you can. And then exhale all the way up to stand. Good. Number 3, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, rise up to the toes. Exhale, ground the heels. Inhale, arms forward, sit low. And then exhale, back up to stand. Good. Number 4, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, rise up onto toes. Exhale, slowly ground the heels. Inhale, reach the arms forward, sit low. And then exhale up to stand. Whew, good. Last one, number 5, inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. Exhale, arms back, airplane wings. Inhale, rise up onto toes. Exhale, slowly lower them with control. Inhale, arms forward, sit low. And then exhale all the way up to stand. Beautiful job. Shake out the legs. Give them a bit of a break. Good. We'll give them a break by opening up through our upper back just a little bit, since we skipped a lot of the twists and things like that we do in the beginning sometimes in class. So on your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus the elbows out to the sides. Lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Inhale again, reach. And then exhale, twist right. Open the arms out to the sides, but try not to twist through your hips, only through your torso. Inhale again, reach the arms high. Exhale, twist left. Swing that left arm back. Reach the right arm forward. Keep the hips pointing forward as well. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms back up high. Exhale, cactus the elbows one last time. And then inhale, reach the arms back up. And the exhale, hands back down to your sides. Beautiful. From there, we're going to do a little bit of a balancing posture to help find a little bit more stabilization through our legs. So you're going to ground into your left leg first. And for a lot of us, it might be our dominant leg. And if it's not, it's okay. You'll just be able to feel the difference between your dominant and least dominant leg. So ground into your left one. You're going to use your right leg as a little bit of a tripod as you just find that balance first. Focus your eyes on something in front of you that is not moving to help you find your balance. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, pull the belly in and slowly start to lift the right leg in towards your chest. So if you want to hold on to the knee, that's great. If you feel like you can extend the leg forward, you can take your peace finger and thumb, wrap it around the big toe, and slowly extend the leg out in front of you. But whatever you choose, breathe here. If you have the leg extended, really focus on bringing that femur and tucking it in towards your pelvis and lengthening your spine. Good. 2 more breaths. Really good. Last one. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly open that leg out to the side. Find your balance, breathe. If that right hip is high, try to bring it low. Yeah. 2. Beautiful. Last one. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly bring that knee back to center. Good. And then inhale. And then exhale, release the toe, keep that leg high. Good. Breathe for 3. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. And then gently swing that leg back and forth and release as you shake out that left leg. Good. So now we're going to go on to the other side without the expectation that it's going to feel the same, because it probably won't. But what you're going to do is ground into your right foot the best you can, maybe opening up the toes and really gripping the mat underneath you. And then once you find that, take your left leg and use it as a little tripod as you kick and find that balance. Take your visual sight towards the front to anything that's not moving. And then take a nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly bring that knee up towards your chest. And you could be right here. If you do want to do the peace finger and grab the reach of the toes, please do so and slowly extend the leg. But wherever you are, breathe nice and big, find that balance. Good. 2 more. Good. Last one. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, open left. Good. And if you're just holding onto the knee, you could just open the knee to the left. Good. But wherever you are, breathe big. And if you fall out of it, that's okay. It's all about how we come back. Beautiful. Last one. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it all the way back to center. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. And then exhale, release the toe. Good. Try to keep the foot nice and high. Breathe. Good. 2 more. Good. Last one. Good. Inhale. And then exhale, swing it all the way back. Good. And shake out the legs. Good. As we finish up, we're going to slowly come down and find our seat. We're going to find a gentle squat as you take your Yogi Swaya Malasana. If this is not accessible to you, you can prop yourself up on pillows or books or anything to help level out your seat. And then instead of coming here into what we typically come into, think about extending the arms forward, opening up the knees nice and wide, pushing really, really far out, and breathe nice and big here. Using your adductors to help open up through the hips. Good. Bring here. Breathe here. 2 more. Good. Last one. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly find your seat. Gently shake out the legs. And then maybe bring your feet and your knees nice and wide and take your knees side to side. Good. As we finish up our session today, we'll just gently bring the legs to close. Allow ourselves to extend the legs out nice and straight. And then slowly lower ourselves all the way back down onto our mat. And find our Shavasana. It was a quick 15 minutes, but I did work up a bit of a sweat, working on the biggest muscles in our body. Take a couple moments and a couple breaths just to help you decompress and help set you up for the rest of the day. Good. One more big breath in. One last big breath out. And slowly bend the knees as you bring them into your chest. Give them a nice big hug, knowing that they support you and help you explore the world. And then take your time to slowly roll over to your favorite side, coming into that comfortable fetal position before allowing yourself to use your right hand to support yourself if you are laying on your left to come all the way back up to your seat. Okay. Once you arrive into your seat, take one hand over the belly, one hand over the heart, finding gratitude for our bodies, this practice, in this space. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide your practice today, from my heart to yours. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you at the next one.